Welcome to Holly Tree Manor. I'm author Casey Kendricks. The old saying is, "Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning." Well, I would call that a red sky. And yes, we do have a wintry mix in the forecast. It's red, but it's beautiful. That's my shed. Don't know where I'm going to go with this today, because if it does indeed start sleeting and snowing and raining all at once, I'll be staying inside. So, we'll just have to see how the day progresses. Welcome. Good morning. Well, Christmas is over, and it was a good season for me. I was at my sister-in-law's twice for different dinners. I was at my cousin's house just yesterday for their Christmas dinner, which they postponed 2 days to make sure that the one grandson could be there, which I think it's nice that they're flexible and can do that. I'm sure some families don't like to be that flexible, but my cousin and his wife they're flexible. I've been staying warm with the wood stove. I had a string of Christmas lights that I really, really liked, and I've got those installed around the patio. And I'm really seriously considering leaving them up for Christmas in July sort of thing. It's kind of like, why not? I'm here on my own. I think I should just please myself, and I think it would please me to have those up. I've posted up a few videos recently, which they didn't turn out too bad, but I really am an amateur. I know some of the YouTube channels, they have people that come in and they film and they do things, and I'm still learning all this. The software, I don't have the most expensive editing software in the world, but okay, we're getting there. But it's that time of year. I'm sitting down and I'm thinking about what are my goals for the new year, for 2026. I think the biggest goal that I have is to build on something that I accomplished in this year, 2025. Earlier in this year, I set a goal to lose 10 pounds. That doesn't sound like much, but I did not want to diet to lose it. I wanted to start changing my eating habits. I'm on my own. I don't have to cook for anyone anymore, just myself. My late husband, he could have had mashed potatoes and gravy at every meal. He liked to have spaghetti just about once a week. I don't eat like that anymore. What I decided to do was simply go low carb. And that doesn't mean no carb. That means being careful about what carbs I do eat. Well, I lost 10 pounds this year. Now I want to build on that, and I would like to lose 10 more. So one of the things I need to do is in addition to the fact that it's time to start planting my garden, it's also time to get back to doing a bit of meal planning. And I think that will really help me out. Now, I don't like to cook with fancy recipes. I would much rather fix chicken, have a couple of veggies, on the side, and have that. Um, with my late husband, I could fix chicken, but he would also want mashed potatoes, or he would want some sort of like the flavored noodles, like Alfredo or Parmesan or something, or he would want rice. And I'm intentionally cutting out that sort of thing. That's not to say that I'll never have it. If my girls want to go to the Olive Garden, I'm going to the Olive Garden with them. It's not a problem. But for cooking for myself, I want to eat plain. Um, some people say, "Oh, you should eat clean." Well, I don't know how clean I'm eating. Not always sure where the chicken comes from. I'm not even sure where the frozen vegetables come from. But it's you have good, better, best. Well, this is better. Best would be growing my own everything, and I can't do that. I'm not set up to do that. I don't have enough land to do that. I have 3 acres, 2 of it's wooded. It gives me firewood. Doesn't give me eggs. It gives me firewood. So we do what we can. In addition to eating low carb, what I'll be incorporating in a lot of the things that I have home canned. I like to can. There again, you have good, better, best. And a home canned product is better than a store-bought canned product. There's no additives in what you can at home, and that includes salt. I don't salt anything till I eat it. Some things don't need salt. And cooking for one is very different. So I need to plan out the meals. And it looks like I also need to let Deuce out. Do you have to pee? That's a yes. Come on. Come on. Go pee pee. I also like to use Google Calendars. My late husband and I had a calendar that we shared just called Dinner. And we would sit down around the first of the month and we would look at it. Well, if he wanted anything special, we would put it in. Excuse me. If he wanted to fix chicken parmesan, which he fixed that and he did it quite well, he would mark it down on a Saturday or Sunday that he was going to fix it, and I would know to have chicken breasts in the fridge for that day. So I have Google Calendars, and I like them. We use them. It worked out really, really well. I could check the calendar before I left my office and see if I needed to stop at the store and get anything. It worked out. So I'm going to be utilizing that calendar to do a little meal planning. Now I think the dog wants back in. Come on, get in here. Come on, you want a snack? I'll give you a treat. I'll give you a treat. Here, have a milk bone. You haven't had a milk bone in a while. Here, have a milk bone. Go over there and get them. Go get your milk bones. What I'm doing so that I balance overall the proteins against the carbs. It's simple. I just have a notepad and I'm going to write over here today's date. Now, I already know what I'm going to have today. I'm going to have beef because I pretty much have beef every Sunday. Throughout the week, I could be eating chicken or pork or something, but I like to make sure I have beef once a week. So we have 29 for Monday, 30, 31, New Year's Day. I know I'm going to have pork and sauerkraut because that's just kind of a tradition, at least in my region. It's supposed to be like a traditional New Year's Day dinner. It's supposed to bring you health and wealth. So I'll have a couple of pork chops, some sauerkraut, applesauce, probably broccoli because I happen to like broccoli. All right, so then we're down into January 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go through the 10th right now. So I know that if I have beef today, I'm going to have chicken tomorrow. I'm probably going to have chicken the next day. And then after that, I know that I have some hard cheese that I need to cube up, and eat it before it gets hard or nasty or moldy or anything. So I'll probably fix myself a plate. And my late husband and I would do that. I would get some ring bologna, which I'm going to bypass. But we would have the cheese, ring bologna, pickles, maybe a pickled egg, just different little finger foods like that. And believe it or not, if you eat hard cheese, a couple slices of that, it fills you up. So I know I'm going to have a cheese plate. And then, like I say, I'm going to have pork and sauerkraut. Let's see. And I do believe that, let's see, we're looking at the 2nd, and I don't have anything on the calendar for that day. So I'm probably going to have pork again, because if I'm going to fix pork and sauerkraut, I'm going to fix enough for 2 days. And then on the 3rd, which is a Saturday, we're back to chicken. Then the 4th, we're back to beef. On the 5th, don't have anything going on the 5th, so I'm sure that we're going to end up being, we're going to do salmon cakes, because I've been wanting those. On the 6th, we're going to do soup, because I have a lot of soup that I've homemade soup in the cans, so I'm going to use that up. On the 7th, I guess we're going to have soup again, because I have a lot of different soup. I have vegetable soup, I have black bean soup, pork stew, beef stew. I have a lot of that kind of stuff in a jar in the pantry, so I'm going to use it up. On the 8th, I am meeting the pastor for lunch. So on that day, all bets are off. We're going to go to a restaurant. I'll get whatever appeals to me on the menu, and I'm not going to worry about it. On the 9th, we're back to chicken on the 9th, because I think that is a Friday that my girlfriends and I are supposed to go to one of our local hangouts, and they have a chicken tender dinner, which is pretty good. Then on Saturday the 10th, I'm probably back to pork. So there I have an outline of what I'm going to do through January 10. And I think that'll work pretty well. I just have now I go back and look and see, what do I want to have with the beef? What do I know what's in the freezer? Of course I do. I'm going to have Brussels sprouts with the beef. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. I'm going to toast them up really good. The chicken, I'm probably going to have the rest of the Brussels sprouts and carrots, because I have a jar of carrots open, home canned carrots, in the refrigerator. I want to use that up. Okay, the next day's chicken, I'm going to have I think I want to call that a prepared salad. At the grocery store these days, you can get a salad mix, and they have like a smokehouse ranch, Asian something. They have all these different mixes of green leafy vegetables, and they even include the salad dressing. Now, at my local store, they're pretty cheap. They're about $2.99 for the salad, and it's kind of like that fits into my budget, believe it or not. So I like to get a couple of those, keep them on hand. They're real quick and easy. You open the package, rinse off the veggies, open the dressing, mix it all together, and you have a salad. And to have the salad and a protein, I think that's pretty good. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right. I mean, you can even have a salad with my cheese plate. I could even, if there's any left, I can have that. With my pork and sauerkraut, I'm having applesauce. The next day, pork, I'm going to have something cranberry. Again, something that I home canned. And I'll just have to see what, I could have green beans or something, whatever's on the shelf. We'll have a veggie with that. We're getting down here to my second day beef. Since I'm having beef and Brussels today, next week I'm not going to want to have Brussels sprouts again. I'm probably going to have mixed veggies. There again, they're frozen. It's called a California mix. It's broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. There's also a mix that it's a stir fry mix. I don't stir fry it. I simply just heat it up and eat it. It's got snow peas in it and a whole bunch of stuff. But this is basically how I'm going to be doing low carb. I'm not going to be adding any potatoes. Not to say that I will never have a potato in 2026, because, if I'm going out to dinner and I'm going to get chicken tenders and they come with French fries and no option for, say, onion rings, I'll eat a couple fries. I'm not going to worry about it. The goal is to eat healthier overall. If you eat healthier overall over a long period of time, and I'm giving myself another year to lose another 10 pounds. If I do more than that, hey, that's wonderful. Not going to complain about that at all. But I'm not laying a whole lot of pressure on myself that I must accomplish it in 30 days. I don't think that would work for me. I really do think slower is better. And the goal is not to become some beauty queen or a fashionista. The goal is to remain healthy longer. Excuse me. What do you want? You were just out. You can't want out again. Sometimes my dog is a pest. I know what he wants. He wants to go for a little ride in the car, and I'm just not ready to do that. But I will. I'll get there soon. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've made my notes. I'll add it to the calendar under my dinner calendar, and it'll be on my phone every day. As I add it, I'm also going to check the pantry and make sure that I have frozen vegetables on hand. When we get to the summer, I'll be incorporating things like tomatoes or anything else that I grow in the garden. Um, I will check. I know there's some wax beans down there. I'm kind of saving them for soup, though. I know there's plenty of green beans. There is some corn. Well, I made a batch of southwestern corn because my husband loved it. I'm going to incorporate that in. I'm going to space it out, but I'm going to incorporate that into my meal plan because I have it on the shelf. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to waste it. That kind of defeats the purpose for planning what you're doing. What I will do is, maybe plan it to have a day with chicken and salad and then have a meal that incorporates the corn and then the next day have chicken and salad again. So the idea is to balance it out over a long period of time. And it does work. I proved it to myself this year. It worked. So that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. I'm looking forward to being able to accomplish this in the new year, along with some other little projects. I have to do some garden planning when I get this done, and I may or may not bring you along for that. We'll have to see. I'm going to check out some of the garden sites, see if they have their new seed stocks up. A lot of places, I think, were waiting to clear out last year's inventory by having some really good Christmas sales. But I'm not interested. I want what I want for my garden. And this is the year that I'm going to be planting a lot more herbs. So anyway, that's what I'm rambling on about today. A little bit of meal planning, a little bit why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, intentionally doing it the way I'm doing it, because I'm not in any hurry. I want to take another 10 pounds off, and I want to learn how to eat better for me, for what works for my body. And I have learned this year that low carb works for me. I also know I need to be gentle with myself. I don't want to look at my girlfriends and say, oh, we cannot go to the Olive Garden because I can't eat pasta. I'll take the hit. Fellowshipping with my friends is worth taking the hit, and I'll do that. So thank you for coming along this morning. Listen to me ramble. I'm going to wind this up, as I always do, saying stay safe and look for joy in all that you do. I hope you'll come back and visit with me again. Please like and subscribe. It'll help Holly Tree Manor grow. How far is it going to grow? I don't know. That's up to you guys. So like and subscribe. Keep watching. And now I think I'm going to finish my cup of tea. And after I finish my cup of tea, I'm going to take my dog for a ride. Because if I don't, he will never finish his breakfast and he will never go lay down and take a nap. Thank you from Holly Tree Manor.